Good day, collective. Wholeness, tranquility, and serenity to you. I hope everyone is doing well. I wanted to do an energy reading, just kind of tapping into the energies of today. I don't know where you're located, but where I am, it is gorgeous outside. It's mild, it's tempered. The sun is shining and isn't blowing too hard. You might need a little light sweater just so you'll be comfortable. Excuse me, but overall it is beautiful. It feels really good. There is an energy of, it's not procrastination, but it is getting things done, needing to get things done, your to-do list. But kind of faced with some obstacles that may not be for everyone, of course. But two cards that fell out were the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. We see the Judgment and King of Pentacles. I don't think I want those though, but we may still discuss those. The Ten of Swords upright is an energy of it's over now. Whether you have sabotaged yourself, whether you have been sabotaged, whether you've been blinded or hurt or obstructed in some kind of way, whether it was self-imposed or whether it was intrusive and brought upon you by else, it's the end of it. Excuse me. Remember, yesterday I was discussing the energy of there is the idea, or actually the energy just kind of lingers, that even though a soul tie has ended, a situation has ended, there may still be energy that has lingered or that will continue to linger, making you feel like you might still be trapped or that you're still being hindered upon or harassed. But in actuality, that situation has ended. It's just that energy has to fizzle out. If there is no truer thing that situation has ended, now make sure you're doing your part, that you're not hanging on to those energies. You're not bringing up the past. You're not reliving the past. You're not, daydreaming about the past or, verbally playing out in your mirror what you should have said and would have said, because it's over. It may not feel like it. It may not be time. It may not feel like it financially, as if your finances may have not turned about for everyone. Your hopes, wishes, and dreams may have not turned about for everyone. Feel that you're still having issues with manifesting. I still encourage you to continue to manifest, still continue to speak well over yourself, still continue to speak well over your life, your children, your home. Still continue to light your candles and say your prayers, because just like that energy from the situation that ended has been lingering, you are setting intentions for what you want and desire to manifest in the future. So don't lose hope. Don't give up on what it is that you are needing and desiring to do. Some of you may, of course, have this combative energy that is surrounding you on today. Remember that I said earlier that it is time for you to move forward. There is business that needs to be taken care of, but you may be facing some obstacles on today, and that's indicative with the Five of Wands. We do have the Moon card in reverse. Um, Pay attention to your intuition. Take some deep breaths. Allow yourself to listen to what your brain is saying or what your thoughts are saying. Allow yourself to sift through the foolishness, the mud, and pull out the treasures that may actually be there. Some of you are probably feeling as if you can't move on, as if there is a piece of stagnation or that injustices have been coming upon you. It's so interesting. Yesterday, when I did this energy, we had the Two of Cups to come out, and today it has come out again. I would encourage you to continue to set your intentions. You never know if you're actually going to win the race, but yet and still you train, you show up to practice, you go to rehearsal, you you prepare your documents, you prepare your list. You don't know if the items are actually going to be at the grocery store. You don't know if, the person is actually going to show up for the date. You don't know if your place of work is actually going to be there in the morning, but yet and still, you go to bed early, you lay your clothes out. The next morning, you wake up when your alarm goes off. You you get up and you shower and you dress and prepare yourself and go about your day planning to do business as usual. And that may not always, you don't really know what's exactly going to happen. So I would still encourage you that as you're sifting through all of this foolishness, to make sure that you are moving forward, that you're still praying, that you're still encouraging yourself, speaking well into yourself, giving thanks, that you're still making sure that you are protected, that you are grounded, still taking your breath, still making sure, because we have moved out of the murky, muddled waters. Now, also keep in mind that even though we're in Aries season, we're still in the Mercury retrograde thick of it. If you can, be quiet or be quieter. Be mindful of what you're saying, or be very intentional on the words that you are saying. Be mindful. It's possible that it could come back and backfire on you, but make sure that you're meaning what you're saying and saying exactly what it is that you mean. Leave no error for miscommunication or misunderstandings. You can't predict how someone is going to um, receive what it is that you're saying, but you can make sure that you're doing your part. I see you, this type of association, friendship, interest, love energy. I don't really want to say love energy, maybe an interest. Maybe there's an interest, there's some interest energy that has been floating around. And maybe a lot of you have been making sure to prepare yourself and tidy yourself and cleanse yourself and, create new hairstyles, as I stated yesterday, and, make sure your makeup is well and your perfume and your colognes are well, as I stated yesterday. This interested energy is floating around. And I feel as if it is preparing you to make yourself anew. And it could certainly just be the energy of Aries here as we propel forward full speed ahead, more concerned, more worried about ourselves. As we continue to move forward, I do see that once again, this energy it's lingering. It is the energy of the past is over, but still, I may have some challenges moving forward. A lot of you have moved on. You're no longer worried about what was. A lot of you are not sunken in your thoughts of your past. A lot of you have actually moved on, but you may be feeling some obstacles. Just be mindful of your thoughts, your actions. A lot of you have decided to start saying no to a lot of things, putting things that are not important to you down, telling people, I'm not interested in that. That's not something that I'm interested in. Maybe I was just doing that because that was something to encourage or support you, but now that I see who you are and how you are, I can honestly say that I'm no longer interested. I do see with this Ace of Pentacles here, I see that the money is there because a lot of you are overspending. So it's coming from somewhere. But for others of you, I do see that the energy is kind of stagnant and you may be waiting on it. So just be mindful of your overspending. Try not to spend what is proverbially not there. We're still in the secret phase with the High Priestess as the overall energy of this. You may not have all the answers, and that's okay. And that's even more reason for you to be quiet. That's even more reason for you to meditate. That's even more reason for you to ground yourself, because you have gotten past one phase, but you may not be able to advance to the next phase simply because you don't have all the answers just yet. So just take that into consideration. Well, I am the Conservative Free Spirit. I want to thank you for your likes, your comments, your shares, and your subscriptions. If any of you are facing any other different energy from today that I just read, remember that you have free will, and this is just the cards that I have pulled, the way that I have interpreted them, and you can certainly change and manifest what you want it to be, because we are great beings. So you all have a wonderful day. Take care.